Hello, friends, and happy Monday. I hope you had a super weekend. Mothers, thank you for all that you do, and I hope you had a very happy Mother's Day. Today, we are going to go ahead and get started with a book called Too Many Eggs. This week, we are going to be reviewing all of the letters that we learned about this school year and all the numbers. So this is the chance to show how smart you are. So today, our book that we're going to be reading is called Too Many Eggs, and it's by Christina Butler and illustrated by Meg Rutherford. So this is a counting book. So in this book, we're going to be reviewing all of our numbers. Now, I will need your help. We're going to be counting lots and lots of eggs. And if you remember, one of the shapes that we learned about this school year is the same shape that an egg is. An egg is shaped like a oval. So we're going to see lots of oval shapes in here and do lots of counting. All right, I'm going to pause our video so that way I can put the book down and we can get started reading. Too Many Eggs. Too Many Eggs, a counting book by Christina Butler and illustrated by Meg Rutherford. Oh, and there's our eggs. And look at, what do you see is on the eggs? You see some feathers, right? Just look at all these eggs. Mrs. Bear is going to make a big honey cake for Mr. Bear's birthday. She put out all the things she needed on the kitchen table, except the eggs. We'll find these in the cupboard at the back of the book. So look at, I'm going to take our book here. I'm going to open it up and look at, there's all of our eggs. Okay, so we're going to get all the eggs out. So that way we can make a cake for Mr. Bear. Okay, there's, I think, all of our eggs. We got them all out. And we're going to put them all right there. Oh, this is going to be such a yummy cake, friends. Now, sometimes eggs come in different colors. You might find white eggs or brown eggs. Sometimes eggs have spots on them. Some eggs are tan. So we're looking at all of our different colors, too. All right, I'm closing the cupboard up, and we're going to go back and finish our story. Okay. With a large wooden spoon, Mrs. Bear mixed together lots of sugar, loads of butter, some honey, a mass of flour, and a huge bowl. How much sugar? How much butter? How much honey? How much flour? I do not know, but Mrs. Bear never counts anything properly because Mrs. Bear cannot count. Oh no, you guys know how to count. A birthday cake needs plenty of eggs to make it rise, she said. And she took 6 eggs out of the cupboard. So we are going to put 6 eggs into our bowl for Mrs. Bear. Okay, so we're going to help her count because we know how to count our 6 eggs. So ready? Help me count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so how many eggs did we put in the bowl? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we can check it here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, I think this cake's going to be ready. Mrs. Bear pulled out all the eggs and put them into the bowl, but she only counted up to 3. 3! Only 3 eggs, she said. I'd better get some more. Uh-oh. This time, Mrs. Bear took 5 eggs from the cupboard. We're going to take 5 eggs from our basket and put them in the bowl for Mrs. Bear. Okay, so wait a minute. She didn't count the right way last time, so now we're going to help her count again and put more eggs in. Let's count 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there's our numbers. Count them again. Make sure we have them all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Mrs. Bear beat all of the eggs into the mixture. That is good, she said, tasting it. She stirred again and tasted some more. Delicious! But, oh dear me, I forgot the eggs. Uh-oh, friends, did we forget the eggs? No. Mrs. Bear went back to the cupboard and took 9 eggs out of the basket. We're going to put 9 back into the bowl. Okay, here we go. Oh, man. Ready? That sounds like a lot of eggs in this cake. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Okay, and there's our numbers. We can check it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. When she had finished beating all the eggs into the cake batter, Mrs. Bear poured it into a large pan and put it in the oven. "Hello," said Rabbit at the back door. "What are you doing today?" "Oh, hello, Rabbit," said Mrs. Bear. "I'm baking a cake for Mr. Bear's birthday." "Baking a cake?" gasped Rabbit. "Oh, no!" And he ran out of the house like a dog was chasing him. What do you think? Why is that rabbit running away? He sounds kind of scared, right? Should you be afraid of a cake? I don't think so. "Mrs. Bear is baking a cake," Rabbit shouted to Badger, and he shut his front door as fast as he could. There's the Badger. "Mrs. Bear is baking a cake," yelled Badger to Owl as she ran home to take the washing in. "Tell everybody, hurry, hurry! Mrs. Bear is baking a cake!" "Mrs. Bear is baking a cake!" screeched Owl, flying through the air, woods, and down the riverbank. "Hurry! Mrs. Bear is baking a cake!" Squirrel stopped looking for nuts and ran up the tree. And Fox, who was asleep in a sunbeam, woke up and dashed away. And ducks flew up into the air and made a terrible noise. Wait a minute. Sounds like all the animals are afraid of a cake. That's just very silly. I like to eat cake. I'm not afraid of a cake. But it was very quiet at Mrs. Bear's house. She was fast asleep in a chair, and everything was still except the cake, which was baking and rising and rising and rising until it popped open the oven door. Bigger and bigger, it kept on growing. Through the open kitchen door, out of the house, down the hillside. Uh-oh, this doesn't sound good, friends. "What a glorious smell," said Mr. Bear, sniffing the air as he walked home by the river bank. What do you think he smells? "What a glorious smell," said Mrs. Bear as she woke up from her chair. Then, "Oh, my cake, my beautiful cake," she cried, running out of the house. "Where have you gone?" "It's here," cried Rabbit from his window. "No, it's here in my garden," shouted Badger from the chimney. "No, it's here in my tree," screeched Owl, "and it's gone into the woods." So they all chased after the cake to see what had happened to it. Oh my goodness, that is the biggest cake I've ever seen. Why do you think the cake ended up so big? What do you think? Maybe we added too many of an ingredient, right? That's why it's so important to know how to count. What a surprise for Mr. Bear as he turned into the woods, and everyone was there to meet him, even his birthday cake. "Happy birthday, Mr. Bear," the animals all cried together. Thank you, said Mr. Bear. "There's certainly plenty of cake for everyone, so help yourselves." Then he turned to Mrs. Bear. "My word, you must have used a lot of eggs for such a big cake, dearest," he said between mouthfuls. "No," said Mrs. Bear, "only 6. So look at, she told Mr. Bear how many eggs did she use? Only 6. Wait a minute. But I think Mrs. Bear used a lot more than 6 eggs. If you collect all of the eggs out of the bowl and we count them carefully back into the basket, we'll find out how many eggs Mrs. Bear really used. The end. Now, what we're going to do, friends, is we're going to go all the way back to the beginning of our story, where we started, and we are going to count and find out how many eggs Mrs. Bear really used. So that means we have to count all the eggs together and see how many it adds up to. So ready? Watch. We're going to count all of them. So let's go to the first bowl, Remember, we put 6 in there, so let's count them. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, now we have to go to the next bowl because remember, she couldn't count that first time, so we added more in there. So let's keep counting. We had 6. Let's keep counting. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh boy, we're already much greater than 6. Okay, let's keep counting. Help me count. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So how many eggs did Mrs. Bear use to make her cake? She didn't use 6. She used 20 eggs. Oh my goodness. All right, friends, I hope you had a fun day counting with us and finding about all of those eggs. That was quite the silly story, and it's a good thing that you know how to count because you are some smart kiddos. All right, I miss you all, and we will see you tomorrow for our Zoom meeting. I hope you have a wonderful day and had fun counting in our book, Too Many Eggs. All right, bye, friends. See if you can count all the way up to 20. That's a really big number, but I think you can do it. All right, have a great day. Bye, I miss you.